It's time!
Welcome everybody to Just Mitchin. I am the one, the only Mitchy. I'm gonna let some of you guys get a second to get in here. We'll hang out. We're gonna talk a bunch of sports. Get it all out in an hour as fast as we can, in like the best way possible. It's been a little bit of a crazy week in sports. Seen some crazy stuff in the card community, all kinds of fun stuff we will be discussing. Just pushing buttons. Let me throw this out here. Let people know I'm live. What is support team? Please take let us know about your experience. YouTube. Tell everybody Just Mitchin's live. My week's been pretty good. I'm a little cranky today. Definitely gonna crawl in the bed after this. That's why I went 2:30, not 3, because I was just over. Not over it, just ready to relax. I don't know why. What's got me cranky? I just am. It's like me. I'm an old man, dude. Older I get, the crankier I get sometimes. I think that's just how the world works. Don't we all kind of have that? Been in some breaks. I'll talk about that in 1 second. Let me do this. Live. Doom. And then boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Yeah, so I hit some breaks this week. What did I break in? Cheap ones. Well, I did this. I really like Lumber Kings. Lumber Kings for Leaf. It's hockey product, high end. They're high end stuff. I mean, I know they don't have the license, but the stuff that comes out of that product is fire. Fire. It's just it's something special. I like it all. I like the legends. I like how there's some newer guys, some new studs in there. But it's mostly legends. A lot of goalies, but just a lot of sick stuff in there. And did a I did a player name, and I only did one person, and it's Charlie Simmer, and his card went up, but it was with a bunch of other Kings players, and he randomized all 6 players, and Charlie Simmer's name did not leave the bottom of the randomizer. I was like, oh wow, I wish I could have flipped, and then I would have like had that card. But then with PJ2 or P2J, I think it's P2J, I usually jump into his 2018 Gold Rush hockey signed and slabbed. And it's like $375 for a spot. I usually buy 1 or 2 spots, cheap, and you get a signed like hockey card, and it's slabbed. And normally it's a legend. Normally it's a 1994 Parkhurst tall boy. And as soon as I saw he randomized me with the Leafs, I was like, oh, I'm probably going to win because it seems like it pulls older cards. And I was like, everything I've seen so far is always an original 6. So I was like, oh, this is going to be really nice. And I hit a Dave Keon. So that's probably my biggest hit out of a break so far, which is pretty special. It is up for trade. Always looking to rep my Kings or for sale once I get it, but I'll trade it right now and just let him know to send it to somebody else. Got all my Secret Santa shopping done. Got one Secret Santa's already been sent just because I'm like that. I like to send my stuff right away. Waiting on some other stuff for Secret Santa, and then talking about all of that. Make sure you check out our giveaway we still have going on. Dude, 1,000 subs, whole collection goes. All Manor cards. We hit 1,000 subs, bam, let's do it. I'm excited. And it's going to grow throughout the holidays. You don't think I'm not in Secret Santas? You don't think I have people who are going to send me stuff? I mean, that sounds a little cocky, but come on, people. It's going to get bigger. And every new card goes right into it. Boom, we're going to give it away. All gone. What else is new? That's about it. This episode is brought to you by everythinghockey.com. I should be wearing a hoodie. I've got their 2 gone. Great company. If you go to everythinghockey.com and use code Mitchin. You get 10% off of your order, and right now they're doing buy 3 t-shirts, get 1 free. That is $60 worth of t-shirt. You get 4 t-shirts worth $60. It's a pretty good deal. Their t-shirts are pretty nice. I have one. It says hockey supports mental health, which is a big thing for me from somebody who suffers through a lot of mental health issues. That doesn't look good. I'm looking at the Wisconsin game. Wisconsin's losing Northwestern. Northwestern always plays Wisconsin tough. I feel like that's something we see consistently as somebody who's grown up watching Wisconsin with my dad being a huge Wisconsin fan himself. Then our hobby hero, I picked a hobby hero this week. I went with Brad Wingate. His tag is BMW 3679. Brad is constantly sending people racks, and it's not just like little racks. All racks are good racks. Don't get me wrong there. Like, I don't want people to be like, oh, he's getting greedy. No. All racks are good racks, because it's taking the kindness of your heart to send somebody something really nice. And I've seen him send people Cal Ripken cards. He hooked me up with a blaster. 2016-17 update. I was going to open that today, but guess what? I'm looking for a few big packages coming in the mail, and they're all delayed, which is absolutely awesome. So we'll open those up on Monday or Tuesday, or maybe I'll just have to show you the hits that I get, because I'm really impatient with that kind of stuff, and I want to open it right away. Then he's just a good dude, really nice guy to talk to, and so he's in week number 8 hobby hero. We got 4 more weeks to go before we do our drawing for a dugout mug winner, and that it might take a minute if you win the dugout mug to get your dugout mug, because they're gonna sell out by then, I guarantee it. I've been posting a list of 10 gifts to get a baseball fan. There's some cool stuff. Go check out FC Goods. They make wallets out of baseball gloves. So sick. Like, they're expensive as hell, but they're sick. But that's probably like the number one. There's like Obvious Shirts, great company, super nice dude. Card. Yep, we'll talk about that right coming up. Big NBA news. A lot of NBA stuff. I'll talk about the NBA for once. Did I watch the draft? No, I did not. I played video games instead and just followed along to it. Didn't really care. It's just a weird year going on with everything. But make sure you check out dugoutmugs.com. Go /Mitchin. That helps us out, which helps you out. Means I can you give to me, I give back to you. That's how it works with everything. But let's get into some sports. The NFL. We're going to start with football like always. I'm going to talk about the Packers, jump into some NFL news, and then hit my NFL picks. So Green Bay I was going to talk about this, but we ended up doing an interview with Jimmy Guns. And if you haven't checked that out, check that interview out. Jimmy Guns is a solid dude. I already knew he was going to be good people, because I've watched the last Saturday I sat there and watched his gun show. That's going to be on after this at 4:00. So I'll give you a 30-minute gap to go hang out with Jimmy, go bet on some cards. Even if you don't end up winning a card, if you do a 20 drink, if you bet on a card, $20 on any card, and you're the first one to do it, you automatically get a free pack. And his packs are loaded. When I say loaded, do I have one behind me? This guy is straight up since fire. And just a pack, like a free pack that you get for saying 20. What did he send me? I'm looking at the baseball one, because I thought the baseball one was the better one. Freddie Freeman, purple, Don Ross, rookie card, Zach Callen out of Select. He was too good to us. Red, white, and blue, Jonathan Gray, Giancarlo Stanton, Prism, and then Aris Hopkins, Prism. I'm just gonna say Prism out of Tops. Super solid stuff. I got a football pack too. I think the coolest card out of that one, I mean, a lot of cool stuff, not a lot of big hitters. Oh, there's a Marcus Simeon too that he threw at me. I mean, I think it was, I didn't get any big names in the football, some shiny stuff. Not a big football collector. I just thought I wanted to mix it up, see what else, other stuff. From him, I bought some hockey. I racked a kid, some Packer cards, just a bunch of big fun time over at the gun show. So make sure you check that out today. It's going to be at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. which usually runs. And knowing Jimmy, he'll have some fuego coming. All right, so get into the Packers game. The Packers beat Jacksonville, who is 1-8, 24-20. This was not a good Green Bay game. Any team that runs up Green Bay and puts a little bit of pressure on them, Green Bay needs to figure out what it's like to get smacked in the mouth and come back. That was their issue last year. Anytime a team came in, didn't let them score on the opening drive and just say, boom, nope, we're not allowing that. It was a tough game. And if the other team was able to run on them, Green Bay needs to learn how to stop the run big time. Like, I don't understand why we have Preston Smith out in coverage. Why not? We're not putting eight man in the box against Robinson. Robinson is a stud. He's on my fantasy. The kid had 109 yards. Should have had 2 touchdowns. Both of them got called back. He had a day. I mean, even Jake Luton, for a rookie at 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not great numbers, but not bad numbers. This Packers defense, I know they've been plagued by injuries and there's all this stuff. Stop running zone. I'm so sick of seeing zone this, zone that, zone. No, what you need to do is you need to play some man-to-man coverage. Come on, like let's play football. Let's not play this patty whack, slap each other on the hands bullshit. Let's play some football. Press these guys, especially coming up against Indy. Put some pressure on Rivers. If you're gonna have to stop Jonathan Taylor, he's been up and down this season, but the guy's a solid back. I watched him for 3 years at Wisconsin. He's solid. He's gonna get better. Right now, going into Green Bay's bulk of their schedule, they're going up against tough defenses, good running games, which is something that they definitely struggle with. Devontae Adams also had a decent game, but I'm finally happy that Marquez Valdes-Scantling is kind of starting to come out of that shadow. Against 49ers, he had a huge game, 2 receptions, 2 touchdowns. This one, he had 4 receptions, 149 yards, 1 touchdown. Can he continue his hot streak? I think so. He just has to be able to catch the ball. That's his biggest downfall. Is he drops the ball too much. So that's the one thing that drives me nuts with him is he doesn't fumble, just doesn't catch the ball. You're paid to catch the football. That's why I would get on Devontae Adams for years about it. And Aaron Jones, I know he's been banged up. He needs to come to life. I think the Packers have this one. It's in Indy. Indianapolis is 6-3. Green Bay 7-2. I'm always taking the Packers every single time because that's my team. Alan Lazard looks like he's coming back. He's questionable. St. Brown's questionable. Darius Shepard's questionable. Kelvin King's questionable. J.K. Scott's questionable. So Green Bay needs all those players to step up and play. And any big full injury report, I'm looking. I don't think any teams have people on the COVID list. I don't want to look through all of these teams, but I think, no, that was their injury list. For Green Bay to succeed is they just got to get that offense is already gets going. Aaron Rodgers is fantastic this year. He's putting up an MVP type season. He has 2,500 yards, 26 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. Devontae Adams is a man among boys. I don't think Indy has really anybody that can hold him down and stop him. You just got to get him going. And this opens up with Lazard back, and then now we have with hopefully Lazard's back. MVS is starting to get going, and then you have the tight end that I'm forgetting his name, Robert Tanya. Got those guys to go. Aaron's got options. I don't understand why we're not running the ball more with Jamal Williams in short down situations. He's a bowling ball. Instead of him running routes, just give the kid the ball and tell him to run up the middle. That's all he wants to do. Let him do it. But digressing back, Green Bay is going to win. What is the spread on this game? We'll check. I feel like I'm singing when I talk. Didn't. Oh, man, my stomach. I have to hold a poo this entire time. Wow, too much information, friends. Spread. 1.5 Indy. So even though ESPN, the votes are saying Green Bay is favored, Indy's got the spread. Green Bay covers it. Oh no! Sorry, I got bids going on with some stuff on eBay that I want to win. Jeez, this guy's not joking around. He really wants that spot. Yeah, Green Bay beats the Colts. It'll be a close one. Over under is 51. Green Bay takes it. So before we jump into scores, let's look at NFL news. Taysom Hill's getting the start. That's going to be fun to watch. Taysom Hill is a special person. I mean, not just his story is incredible, how he has overcome injury in college. Shouldn't be playing. What's up, Shat Rat? How you doing, brother? Go Pack, go. I just got done talking about the Packers, man. Went off about what they need to do to do a little bit better. I'm talking about how we need to see more. I want to see Jamal Williams running the ball up the middle a little bit more. Their defense needs to reconfigure themselves completely. I'm so sick of this zone coverage. Press, you have two of the best young cornerbacks. They're both going to be playing this week, I believe. Both healthy. Let's get it going. If I see Preston Smith out covering somebody again, I'm gonna lose my shit. That's unacceptable. He is a pass rusher. He's not a coverage linebacker. You got guys who can fill that void. Stop doing that. He gets paid to get the sacks. Kenny Clark needs to step up, start stopping the run. We're paying him too much money and it's costing us. But I was getting into Taysom Hill, how the former BYU quarterback, I'm so happy he's getting the start over Jameis. I think Jameis will be with a different team next year. I want to see what Taysom Hill can do and what he can bring to the Saints. I mean, we know he can play tight end, wide receiver, running back, wildcat back. He's on the pass return. He's on the kick. He's on the punt return, kick return. I mean, he does it all. I want to see him just play quarterback and how I think he's going to do something special. I think that we've been building up to this moment, and I think he's just going to blow the roof off, especially against the Falcons defense that hasn't been that great this year. Taysom Hill is going to have a game, and it's going to be a fun one. And I'm gonna say right now, the Saints are favored by four. Saints win. Over unders 49 and a half. Give me Taysom Hill all day. I can't talk. I'm so hyped about that game. Eagles Browns coming up. I'm taking Browns over Eagles. The Eagles have been absolutely atrocious. No, we haven't heard much at all, which has been really frustrating. I think it's a lot has to do with the defense and how it's been set up. I mean, I think Zadavius has 3 or 4 sacks this year. He's been very quiet. Before I get into my scores, I was just about to do that. I need to talk about the Seahawks Cardinals game. Kyler Murray looked great. Russell Wilson didn't. I'm shocked that the Seahawks pulled that one off. I definitely thought the Cardinals looked like the better team. Russell Wilson's coming back down to earth and showing us who he really is. I think he's a great quarterback. I think he's an elite quarterback. I don't think he's number 1 in the world. I think he's in top 5. Just he had a fantastic start to the season, and people are figuring out how to stop that team. Yeah, Green Bay did have Hill. I think the Packers tend to give up on those players. Green Bay is very traditional, and they're not outside the box thinkers, I feel like, in Green Bay. That's just my opinion with being a Packer fan for as long as I have been one. Where are we? Browns, Eagles. I took Browns. I'm all over the place today. Bengals, Washington. What a boring game to watch. Washington's favored by 1.5. I'll take the Bengals. Just because that's who I think will win. I'm going to be looking at my phone. I'm in a eBay auction bid with 2 minutes left, so I got to make sure I win that one. Then we have Lions, Panthers. Lions look like they're like slowly getting their shit going on, and they're 3-2 when they're away. 4-5 on the season. They don't actually have a line. I'll take the Lions. I think this. I want to see. Being a Packer fan, I never want to see an NFC North team do well, but I do want to see Matt Stafford do well. I think he's a great quarterback who just got drafted by a really shitty team. And watching him, and I wish Megatron played longer. Watching those two was so fun. I wish he would get a receiver like a DK Metcalf, just somebody you could throw the ball up to and watch it happen. I mean, Marvin Jones Jr. is really good. He's not of that caliber, and it'd be really, really awesome to see something like that. We got not a big game, but are the Steelers going to go 10-0? I mean, they got Jacksonville. Look who shows up right when I'm talking about the Steelers. That's like it's fate or something. Rudy G, what's up, homie? I was just talking about your doing my score on what I think your Steelers are going to do against the Jags. Steelers are favored by 10.5. I'm giving it to the Steelers, man. I don't think anybody can stop them right now. Their defense is absolutely incredible. I love having them as my fantasy defense, man. My fantasy team needs to come alive this week. I had AJ Green give me 0 points and Jared Cook gave me 0 points last week, and it cost me a win by 3 points. I still almost beat somebody with absolutely 2 guys who gave me zeros. I just won that auction, I believe. That is very nice. The Steelers are gonna, you guys are gonna smash them. Green Bay kind of struggled against them, but I think there's nothing to worry about for the Steelers against Jacksonville. But you never know. I mean, going undefeated is a tough deal to do. But I'd like to see a team do it, and that'd be the most 2020 thing to do ever. Right now, we have Titans Ravens. This is probably the game of the week in my opinion. I really think this game can be a really, really exciting game. Can be a very defensive game. I think Lamar Jackson needs to get going. I'm taking Tennessee to win and to cover. The line's 6, Baltimore. I like Tennessee's defense, and I just don't think Baltimore's going to be able to stop Derrick Henry. And Ryan Tannehill does a perfect job of what he needs to do. I'm a big Titans fan. I'll take them. Patriots, Texans, Patriots. They cover the line. It's 2.5. Dolphins, Broncos. Dude, I love this Dolphins team. Now, I was worried when they put in Tua that they weren't going to win. Tua is now, 2-0 as a starting quarterback? This rookie's put in this team on his back. Took off where Ryan Fitzpatrick left off. And I think they beat the Broncos. Miami's favored by 3.5. I will take that. Derrick Henry is an absolute beast, brother. I will agree with you. Jets Chargers, what a snooze fest. It's funny. We have a team right now who's 0-9 and a team that's 9-0. Jets are going to lose again. Justin Herbert's going to have a big game on this terrible Jets defense. The Cowboys, Vikings. I hate to say it. Minnesota's going to beat Dallas. Dallas is atrocious. I think Andy Dalton's back at quarterback. I don't know. I haven't really paid attention because they suck so much. And it's so great. I love watching when the Cowboys are terrible. It makes me truly happy because it's just fun. The world's great when the Cowboys are bad because if you're a Cowboys fan, you love your Cowboys. But if you're not a Cowboys fan, you freaking hate them. And I'm on that club. Then we have Chiefs Raiders. This is going to be a fun game, a good Sunday night game. Finally, we're having some action-packed Sunday night game. Chiefs, Raiders. Chiefs are favored by 8.5. I think the Raiders are going to make this game a lot closer. A lot closer than a lot of people are expecting it to be. I don't know if the Raiders can beat the Chiefs. I definitely think they'll cover. I think this is going to be a 3-point game. This Raiders team's they're ready to compete. I think they could be a wild card winner. I'm definitely saying that. The Chiefs are going to win, but it's going to be a lot closer than anybody else thinks. Rams, but yeah, I think they could take them again. Definitely. They already beat them once. And then you have Buccaneers, Rams, another good Monday night game. I'm taking the Rams just because Tom Brady, when he played Sunday night football, the last time he was in a primetime game, he didn't look that great. I don't think he's going to look this great again. I think we're seeing Tom Brady aging before our eyes, and it's really, really happening. I mean, Antonio Brown looked all right. I wasn't super shocked about how he looked, but Brady wasn't making the passes that Brady needs to make. He's definitely aging. I would like to see Brady retire this year. I doubt we'll be seeing that. And then we have the buys for the Bills, Bears, Giants, and Niners. Whew. That's exhausting to go through all those teams. Jumping over to the NBA. I need some water. Ooh, I just burped up. Oh, that didn't taste good. All right. I didn't watch the draft at all. Don't really care about the NBA. I know some of you guys do, so I'm going to cover it really, really quick. 5 minutes on it. I was looking at the first round. I thought LaMelo Ball was going first overall, but Minnesota went with Anthony Edwards out of Georgia. Number 2 overall pick was James Wiseman out of Memphis. He hasn't played basketball in nearly a year, so that will be interesting how that goes with Golden State. LaMelo fell to the 3rd pick to the Hornets. I like that. I think he's going to step up right away into that top scoring player. I was shocked that Cole Anthony dropped all the way down to the 13th pick. Was it 13th? Why is this NBA's? Fuck. NBA doesn't work. The NBA's website is terrible. Just give me whatever. He fell down to like the 13th pick. Then real quick with free agents, Anthony Davis, Brandon Ingram. Yeah, I mean, I'm a Blazers fan. It's just with all the political stuff they put in the NBA, it's really lost my interest. Anthony Davis hasn't signed. Brandon Ingram hasn't signed. Carmelo Anthony re-signed with the Blazers. Fred VanVleet re-signed with the Raptors. Gordon Hayward signed a 4-year deal with $120 million to the Hornets. Jordan's really coming out. He wants to win, and he's putting some stars with it. Bogdan Bogdanovic has not signed yet either. Christian Wood signed with the Rockets. Any other like really big names do anything? Nope, don't care. All right, we're out of the NBA. Whew. Oh man, I spent a whole minute on the NBA. I can't stand the NBA. I just can't stand it. The way this product's been going, especially with LeBron. I'm not a LeBron fan. I've gone all over that over and over. But some interesting news with MLB. Theo Epstein stepped away from the Cubs. He stepped down. And for Cubs fans, I feel really bad. You just lost one of the greatest GMs of all time. Oh, yeah, I think Giannis is going to stay with the Bucks forever. Giannis is a good dude, in my opinion. If the Bucks will pay him that money, we'll see. I think Giannis is a lot like my boy Damian Lillard. He likes being a superstar in a small market. I don't think I think Giannis will do well anywhere he goes, but his personality fits a small market better than going to LA or something. And all the big markets are already full of stars. I think for the NBA's sake, he needs to stay in Milwaukee. The NBA needs to get better at keeping their superstars in all the markets instead of them all going to LA or New York. They really need to figure that one out. But staying with the MLB, Theo Epstein steps down. I think this is bad for the Cubs, great for baseball. It's time to get Rob motherfucking Manfred out of the commissioner spot. This guy not alone has made baseball worse. He has almost had it so we didn't have baseball this year. He let Houston get away with cheating. Everything he's done has ruined the game. He wants to make it faster. Stop appeasing these new fans, these millennials or whatever they're called. Stop appeasing them. Stop trying to attract new fans. Because how are you going to make baseball any faster? What, are you going to put a shot clock on like how long a bat can be? Instead of 3 strikeouts, it's just a time to bat. Like I don't freaking know what he's doing with the game. I think Theo, everywhere he's gone, he's succeeded. He's brought in a new style of baseball, which I think his analytics of baseball hasn't ruined the game. It just made the game interesting. We're seeing more strikeouts. We're seeing less hits. We're seeing more of a strikeout or home run ball kind of thing with analytics, the shift. He's brought all that kind of in play with his way of thinking. This is Epstein's resume, though. He's only 46. He's the GM of Boston from 2003 to 2011. He broke the 86-year-old championship drought in 2004, then won another World Series in 2017 with the Red Sox. He became the Chicago Cubs presidents of baseball operation for the last 9 years, from 2011 to 2020. He broke 108 championship drought. I mean, this guy just, I don't know, what's the next big drought in baseball? He just needs to go break that one. I think he needs to become commissioner of baseball. He's taking a break from the 2021 season. I think that's fine. Take a step back, refigure out what you want to do. But I definitely think I want to see him in the big spot. Commissioner of Baseball would be awesome. But if he doesn't end up there, I can see him with the Phillies or the Mets. Those are two teams that need to win. They want to win, and they'll look for a big GM. Miami Marlins would be interesting if he became the president of baseball operations, especially with the new GM, Miss N. I forget her first name. But I think his best challenge would be taking a Cleveland would be interesting. I'm just looking through this article, 72 years, and knock off another one. I think he could really help baseball if he became the commissioner. Rob Manfred, I don't think really knows baseball, doesn't really understand baseball. Just got the job by being a lawyer and moving his way up. He's an absolute idiot, in my opinion. I don't like anything about Manfred. Everything he's done with the game has pissed me off. The new playoff system, don't like it. I like this year's playoff system. I thought the extended playoffs is probably one of the better ones, but I don't like 16 teams in the playoff. What's the point of playing a whole entire 162 game season when 16 of the 30 teams are going to get in? And a one game, and I think what they need to do instead of a 1 game wild card, make that a 3 game wild card. A 3 game series is so much more fun. A 1 game winner take all is fun, but a 3 game series with baseball, it's a lot of fun. Who thought the Cubs were going to get swept by the Marlins? Nobody took that, but it happened. Another MLB news, let's check. I was pretty quick on doing everything on the show. I can see if anything else on the internet I want to talk about. I see that, where's DJ LeMahieu going to go? I think he stays in New York. Rumor is the Nationals are considering Chris Bryant. That would be interesting. I doubt it. I know he's not too happy with the Cubs. Yonder Alonso just announced his retirement after 10 years in the bigs. He was once a former Seattle Mariner, was an all-star. Robinson Cano banned for the 2021 season. I think it's time for Robinson Cano. Just give it up, dude. Why are you cheating? You're already a great baseball player. Now you've been caught twice. You've literally been caught red-handed twice. It was bad enough that Alex Rodriguez went through all this stuff, and then now we have another Latino baseball player getting caught doing roids. As former New York Yankee, former Mariner, geez Louise, all you had to do is go play for the Rangers, and he's just like A-Rod, but ended up in the other New York team. So sad. I used to love Robbie Cano. This kind of just pisses me off big time by doing that. I don't like cheating. I think if you guys follow me enough, most of you guys know me pretty well and follow me on social media and Twitter. I troll the hell out of Astro fans. I'll be like, what's your favorite card? And then you get all these Astro fans posting their cards, and I literally have a GIF with the lady hitting the trash can that says Astros on it because they're cheaters. Do cheaters like Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens and all those guys deserve in the Hall of Fame? Absolutely. They cheated. It's part of that era. But cheating in today's game, there's no more for it. Let's stop cheating and let's just play baseball. But there's always been cheating in baseball, so that's never going to stop. I just don't like it. But let's run into the NHL because I got something's been grinding my gears in the hobby I really want to get about. And I know some of you guys are going to think it's funny as fuck. But the NHL, we talked about last week how they're trying to get there. They want to be ready by January 1st. I don't think it's possible. They haven't even broke camp yet. And we're in, November 21st? So you're telling me for them to get ready for the NHL season, they need to be in camp by December 1st. I think we're going to see more of a February start. Hopefully they still have to figure out logistics, what they're going to do. They have a kind of an idea, but are we going to have a bubble at the beginning, or are we just going to do by region? I think the best idea is, I saw this on rumored, what was it? The Russian machine neverbreaks.com. Rumored divisional realignment. I think what you need to do is cut off Canada, and you have a Canadian division. Calgary, Edmonton, Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, Vancouver, Winnipeg. They all play each other. I know that's over big special land all over the country. There's a lot of miles that they're going to be flying. But God, that'll be fun hockey. because there's not one Canadian team that likes another Canadian team. They all hate each other. So that will be a great division to watch. Keep your eye on that. The East Division is going to be good. The only thing I don't like about the East Division, you're going to have Boston, Buffalo, Carolina, New Jersey, New York, Islanders, Rangers, Flyers, Capitals. So I don't understand this, that the Flyers are in the East, but Pittsburgh's going to be in the Central. It really sucks because I want to watch the Capitals I want to watch the Grade 8 for Sid the Kid 4 times a year. How many times a year they play? That's always a great battle. That's probably this generation's best rivalry. They don't like each other. The teams are so different. It's really sad that we're not going to be seeing that. But the gang is back together in the Central Division. You're going to have the Blackhawks, the Red Wings, and the Blues. I think it was 2011 when the Red Wings left. I can't remember. Don't know when they did the divisional realignment, or 2013 or something like that. And now we're going to see Chicago and Detroit have at it, and then St. Louis is going to be in that mix. And I mean, Red Wings aren't great, but they're young and feisty. Oh, that'd be good. Plus, we got Columbus, the Panthers, the Predators, Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay. I don't know why we can't. I don't know what other team you put in the East to switch out for Pittsburgh. I don't think you really can. I think that's the move you have to make. West Division, where my Kings play, you're going to have the Ducks, Coyotes, Avalanche, Stars, Kings, Wild, Sharks, Knights. Just weird how America's built and stuff, that the Minnesota Wild are stuck in the West Division. That sucks for time change, since they're the only one that's going to have to deal with it. That's really unfortunate to them. But this could be exciting. I'm ready for this season to get going, man. It's going to be a short season. It's going to be 40, 60 games, sprint, half of a season. We're going to see that with the NBA. I think baseball's going to get a full 162 games in. But man, I'm ready for hockey to be back. We're in full force with football. I can't believe that Wisconsin's struggling against Northwestern. But I'm gonna get into some hobby talk. Let me check my eBay. Oh, I'm on fire right now. I'm watching. Next one's coming up. I don't think I'm winning it. I didn't even put a bid in for it. Don't care. So some things in the hobby have been really driving me fucking insane. So we've been seeing a lot of people jump into the hobby recently in the last year. Now that going into hockey, that you have Alexis Lafreniere, who's an absolute stud. I think he's going to be a great, great player for the New York Rangers. His Young Goods card is going for like $80, and we've never seen him play. And now we're getting all these shoe guys or new card people that are in it for just, I feel like the profit only. They're not here to build a collection. They don't really want to be in the hobby community. They want to win free giveaways and sit in line at Walmart and buy all the retail up. These are the people I'm talking about, and they want to make the biggest flip as possible. I'm seeing people buying hockey who don't even know what hockey is. Shit drives me nuts. I mean, yeah, I'm new into collecting hockey, but I've been a hockey fan for 28 years. I've worked for a hockey team. I know NHL players that are friends of mine, minor league players that are friends of mine. I love the game, loved the game for a long time. I stream hockey 7 days a week on Twitch. Seeing people that are just in it for the money drives me nuts. And I mean, that's everything in the hobby. And we see that so much, so often, especially this year with like the shoe guys getting into it. I'd be happy if a lot of them left. I think it'd make the hobby a lot better. I mean, would cards have the value that they have right now? No, but I don't really care. I'm not in it for the value. I'm in it because I enjoy having a friend like Rudy G, who we can connect over cards. None of our teams are even close to like the same. But he sends me cards. I never can keep up with how many cards he sends me. I'm really bad at that. I'm sorry, Rudy. I gotta get you something coming. I have an idea. I just haven't got there yet. all this crazy stuff. I mean, I made great friends throughout this hobby. Me and Jimmy Guns talked all about it. But we're getting these spoiled rotten eggs in here that are pissing me off. Saw somebody open up half a hobby box. He hit it. He hit the lot in the air and was like, "Oh, I'll sell the packs to everybody else." And I called him out. I was like, "Yo, bro, you gonna tell somebody that you hit the biggest hockey card out right now? Or are you gonna lie about it?" Because I've seen that. I'm interested. I bought some Tim Hortons hockey packs. I wonder if those are gonna be weighted. How those are gonna come. Like how he's going to mail them to me from Canada. I know somebody's sending me some too, just as a react, which was super nice of him. I'm excited for those. If you've never seen the Tim Hortons packs, there's 3 cards in them. 2 are base, 1's a hit. Autos are like impossible to pull. I think you have a chance of pulling a Sidney Crosby auto to 87, which would be absolutely ridiculous. Unheard of. I'd shit my pants. Like literally like have a heart attack or something. That card could for so much money. Funny thing, I bought some cards from Fanatics. I got a 2021 Upper Deck 10. And no, it's not the same as it was a year ago. Not even close, which is unfortunate. I mean, it's good and it's not. It's good for the value of cards, that cards have gone up. It's good for breakers because breakers are busier than ever. I mean, look how much Ben has grown with Midwest Box Break. If you're in the Discord group, look how big that Discord group is. Like all that kind of stuff's grown, and we've got some great people from the hobby. But then we also have people who always want to hand out in the hobby. And this person might be watching my show. They know exactly who the fuck they are, and I'll call them out to their face every single time I see it. I think we have a lot of those people who always want handouts, who always want something and never give. That's why you don't see the rack thread going on right now on my page. I think both of you guys know, I ran a rack thread for a long time. What's up, Denis? I ran a rack thread for, I don't know, almost 3 months every week on the page, every Monday. And what I saw was same guys giving, same guys taking. And it never changed. Guys who are always taking were never giving. And the guys who are always giving were never taking. And I'm like, I'm not going to keep letting this cycle repeat itself. It'll come back eventually. I think more around when we get a little bit closer to the holidays. Probably I'll start it up in December again. I just want to see more people giving back, going out of your way, especially this time of year and the year we've had. If you have the ability to help someone, send them a little rack. I know Quado's cards, he's having he told veterans to put in their PC, and people they'll hopefully send packages. I wonder how many people will step up and do it. I don't think that many will, unfortunately, which is really sad. But I can tell you, if I'm going to put away a card for a giveaway, I'll get 400 people on it. Not that many. I mean, I'm trying to give away a whole entire collection. I can't get people to just come and subscribe to my channel. Don't have to watch. Just give me a sub. Jeez. Those kind of things. But that's how it is. That's how it is all over the world. What's a rack? Random act of kindness. It's spelled RAK. So like random act of kindness, Rudy G sends them to me all the time. He sends me a card from the bottom, from just his heart, just being absolutely nice, and doesn't cost me anything. He pays for the posters and everything. That's a rack. They're really cool, and a rack doesn't have to be like this huge thing. I mean, the thing is, I've been spoiled with racks. Sometimes I get a box full of cards, and then like I'll buy like a $20, like I'll give somebody $20 to hook me up with a lot, and it's not even close to what the rack was that somebody else sent me. And I'm just like, man, some people are so nice, and I'm so grateful for those people, and I think we all are. You just got to give back to the hobby, because the hobby will always give to you. That's the one thing I've learned, is the more you give to the hobby, the more that will come back to you. It might not come back in the ways you expect it to come back, but it always comes back. This community is absolutely phenomenal. Do we have bad eggs in it? Every community has bad eggs in it. This community especially has some bad, but we have, I think, a unique amount, some unique leaders who aren't scared to call out these people, who aren't scared to say, hey, you're getting scammed. This person's a scammer. This person's done this. This person's done that, which I really love. I think in the hobby, the one thing, and I think it's in life in general, I've been in it. I've been in that a situation like this. people post something and they don't post the whole story, and then you got people that are friends with that one person jumping on their side, and you don't know what just happened. We saw Blowout do that to somebody, which I thought in his position was absolutely unacceptable. I mean, I want to say Midwest is the best breaker out there, and Blowout's probably the biggest breaker out there just because he's backed by Blowout cards. Houdini is. I'm not a fan of Houdini. I don't like that he doesn't have a website. There's a lot of things that I just think he's a hype train, in my opinion. Does he pull solid stuff and seems like a good dude? Yeah, but I think he's a hype train. If he didn't have the backing of Blowout, I don't think he'd be where he is. And he's earned what he's got. He's been breaking longer than most of us have been in the hobby. I just think he doesn't really give back to the hobby that much anymore. Midwest Box Breaks always giving back to the hobby, always doing more. I know some people got mad at him for the Loop app. If you have Android, I'm sorry. If you have Apple, check out the Loop app. I mean, it is personals. They are expensive. It's still fun to watch, though. It's still been opening up cards, still talks to you. It's more one-on-one because there's not 60 people in the chat room. There's 10. Check it out if you're into breaks at all. We talked about that last week, that our break's worth it. I finally hit one on a break. Finally, I got a Dave Keon card, old school Toronto Maple Leafs. I'm going to have to figure out how to get that off my hands. I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. But right now, I feel like nobody's buying cards, and I don't know if that's because the pandemic's finally hitting everybody's pocket or in the holidays. I don't know what it is, but no one's buying anything. And it's kind of driving me nuts. Or they're like wanting to buy stuff, but it's at a low ball price. But while I have you guys in here, before I get off, do you have any questions that you want me to answer? Before I call it a day, and I'll probably end up on Twitch in about 20 minutes. I said I was going to take a nap earlier, but once I got talking and once I got going, I feel a lot better. It's always interesting how when you're just talking to a bunch of your friends, how great it feels. But it only looks like one of you guys are watching. So anyways, what do I have to plug right now? Nothing big. I'll be back next week. No interview. So it'll just be our normal Tuesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Saturday show. Oh, Shack Rack. I wish I could afford to give a rack, but living on SSD only goes so far every month. That's why my rack is showing up as many live streams as possible. Showing 100% support. Yo, bro. All right. So I personally don't make any money. See, I thought about it. So I don't know if you know my situation. I have a brain disorder from TBI, traumatic brain injury. I can't work. That's why I do all this. It's starting to build an income, but not a big one, luckily. My parents helped me out with all my traditional bills. I know yours probably go to to your Social Security, but racks can just come as like if you have some stamps, throw some together. But I mean, supporting here is huge. Like having people watch and retweet and coming out on the live stream is absolutely phenomenal. Engaging is great. I think engaging in the hobby is probably one of the best things you can do. You'll be surprised at how many people will give you the back off their shirt. You're welcome, man. I will be back next Tuesday. I'll probably be on some kind of social media throughout the week. I mean, I'll be on Twitch tonight. Be on Twitch probably tomorrow after the Packer game or before the Packer game. I don't know, whenever I feel like it. That's kind of how that schedule works. But I'm getting out of here. Everybody make sure you check out everythinghockey.com. They are a great place to go check out hoodies, t-shirts, Dukes, all kind of that kind of stuff. Make sure you thank our guys at Dugout Mugs for our hobby hero. We're going to be making that. We're going to be picking the winner of the hobby hero coming up in about 4 weeks. I don't think I have anything else. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. And everybody else have a great rest of your day. And let me hit the song that I feel like playing today. I don't always play it, but I feel like playing it today.
Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No thanks, don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Nope. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the fuck just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the fuck up out of here.